Coming up on MCTV this week, we take you to the AXiD Delta open house, and we also show you how Japanese exchange students are fundraising for disaster relief. This week starts now. Welcome to MCTV This Week with Michelle Nutting. I'm Nicole Olin. Thanks for joining us. Many graduating seniors may have been wondering who will be speaking at the May 15th commencement ceremony. President Maury Ditzler made the announcement yesterday, along with some changes that will be made to the new student-led ceremony.
The Lincoln Laureate, Derek Huff, will give a presentation, give a speech then. Traditionally, we've had our Lincoln Laureate speak at the end of the ceremony as a farewell to the class, but we've moved that up and made that central to the ceremony this time. And then we've asked Professor Suda to give a speech at commencement this year as well. Professor David Suda is retiring this year, and we've often asked him to give speeches on the character of liberal arts while he's been teaching here. When we started the Introduction to Liberal Arts convocation series, we asked him to give a convocation on the nature and character of the liberal arts, and we think Professor David Suda is ideally suited to do that, and it also will help him or allow him to round out his career. It'll be his last presentation to students at Monmouth College. He's retiring, and what better topic for a last presentation than some final thoughts on the liberal arts for the graduating students.
Ditzler says that the pre-college teacher will still continue to speak at commencement as well. Students from graduating class may nominate an elementary, middle school, or high school teacher who they would like to see address the graduating class. To nominate a teacher, write a 2-page nomination letter and drop it off in the president's office in Wallace Hall.
For any college or high school students planning to attend college in the fall, you must complete the free application for Federal Student Aid Form, or FAFSA, by March 25th. To be considered for the Illinois MAP grant for the 2011-12 school year. MAP is a need-based grant that helps pay tuition at Monmouth College or any Illinois college. The early cutoff date is a result of an unprecedented number of early financial aid applications and limited funding from the state of Illinois. For more information about the MAP grant or any other financial aid questions, you may contact the financial aid office at 309-457-2129. As the disaster in Japan worsens, students here in Monmouth are taking action. Last week, I sat down with 2 students from Japan to get their reaction about the disaster that has hit their country. But while interviewing them, I discovered they are doing much more than grieving. Yohei Yasukawa and Chihiro Ono are creating ways to help out their country.
With my friends, we started to develop the smartphone applications, which could be used for alerting around people. That's the like SOS signal. You can see it as there is the on button, and if I press the button, the whistle is sounding with the loud sound. So the people around there can notice that people is signaling SOS.
So in a time of need, how would someone think to develop something as creative as a smartphone app?
According to the Japanese rule of thumb, the whistle is one of the very important items to protect you by themselves. So, but in my opinion, the whistle is just an item, so it can be sold out, or maybe that you forgot to take that or hold that. But smartphone or like Android or iPhone is always being with you.
Besides creating a smartphone application, another student, Chihiro Ono, decided to take a different approach to help out our country. Last week, Ono, along with the International Club, sponsored a fundraiser asking for donations for Japan. Ono explained her reasoning for taking monetary donations.
It is said that supplying foods or something it can be wasted. I think money is the best way.
According to Yasukawa, his Whistle On application is currently available on the Android market and should be available on the Apple App Store in a few days. Yasukawa also said that his application has been already recommended by Japanese websites as the best smartphone application to be used in a natural disaster. If you would like to donate money to Japan, you can donate through the International Club.
The first house built at Monmouth College for sorority living was opened up to the community last Sunday. The women of Alpha Xi Delta opened the doors of their new house to the community Sunday afternoon. Students, faculty, and members of the community were invited into the new nearly $2 million Greek Life Initiative house.
Well, I think everybody was really excited to see the inside. I mean, everybody's over the past year has seen it being built. And in fact, the members of Alpha Xi said that people have been peeking in their windows and kind of interested in what it looks like inside. So we thought it was probably a really good idea to just open the house up and let everybody come in and take a look at it and be excited as we are.
Guests were invited to sign a guest book, enjoy refreshments, view gifts and donations, as well as meet the women of Alpha Xi Delta.
I think it's a great opportunity for all of the young women of Alpha Xi Delta. I was actually a colony member back in 1997 when the Beta Epsilon chapter returned to campus. So this was always something that I think all of us wished for. So to be able to see this come to fruition for the women that are here right now is really great.
Last Friday, Monmouth College's own Jack Donnelly began his adventure as an entrepreneur. Owen Russell takes us to the grand opening of After Dark. Owen?
Thanks, Michelle. On Friday, the nightclub hosted over 500 people from Monmouth and the surrounding areas. The club is located next door to the alley in the square. Monmouth students and other people were able to experience a nightclub in Monmouth. The nightclub had a soft opening on St. Patrick's Day that got people buzzing about the club.
Well, I heard about it first through the newspaper, and I thought it was really cool that someone like around my age was starting a club like that. And then all my friends said it was cool last night, so I wanted to come check it out.
However, with an admission fee of $7 at the door and a no alcohol policy, could that mean trouble for the nightclub?
No, not at all. I mean, you'll still have a good time. Yes, it's hot, but that's why there's water. It'll cool you down.
With the spring semester coming to a close in just a few short weeks, what will the future hold for the nightclub? Donnelly says he has plans for the summer to make sure his club remains alive.
Well, for the summer, what I was planning to do was have it open maybe one night for more a high school, like maybe like a 14 to 19 night, and then I have a bunch of private parties planned already throughout the summer and stuff like that, wedding receptions. During the week, we also have dance classes held here.
The club has 2 concession stands that sell energy drinks, soda, water, and pizza slices from Alfano's. Donnelly says the club will also host a guest DJ each night. After Dark will be open Friday and Saturday evenings from 10 until 3.
Thanks, Owen. Last Friday, many Van Goghs and future Pablo Picassos came together to see how farm living can be related into artwork. Art majors, professors, and residents of Monmouth gathered to hear about the techniques and inspiration artists Gil Stengel and Yuki Moro used to create their showcase title, Farm Living. Stengel discussed how American culture and the nature around him was his inspiration for this collection, while his wife, Muro, discussed on sharing advice on how to succeed in the art world.
Just be honest and just kind of look for what you are and what you really want to do.
Don't get down on yourself if you're not working full-time in art. Don't make it part of your self-esteem whether or not you're practicing the art that you want to make. Sometimes you got to work somewhere else, have a day job, if you will. There's nothing wrong with that.
The next showcase will be the Monmouth College Senior Art Exhibits now through May 4th in the Len G. Everett Gallery of the Hughes Library.
Last Wednesday, ASAP hosted a St. Patrick's Day event in Scotland Yard. Students rushed into Scotland Yard to decorate St. Patrick's Day t-shirts and go on a scavenger hunt to find pink four-leaf clovers and win Jason Derulo concert tickets.
I'm really excited because I've never been to a concert before, so with me and my 2 friends, it's kind of exciting.
Taking a look at some events on campus this week. If you're still interested in creating a team for Relay for Life, it's not too late. Visit the table now through Friday in the Stockdale Center for more information or contact Casey DeRue. On Thursday, the Office of Intercultural Life is throwing a pool party. Cannonballs and chicken fights start at 7:30 in the Huff Natatorium. And on Friday, SODA is hosting their next event from 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. in the lower level of Stockdale.
Coming up in sports after the break. The major leagues are wrapping up their spring training, but Monmouth baseball team is well into their regular season. Welcome back. The baseball team's home opener was last Saturday against the hard-hitting Coe College. In Game 1 of the doubleheader, Coe College beat Monmouth 17-8. Caleb Rule was on top of the stats, going 3 for 4, but only had 1 RBI. The Scots went on to lose the second game of the day, 14-2. The men are set to play Augustana tomorrow. The Scots haven't beaten Augie in 3 straight years, but the team's season .289 batting average hopes to end that streak. Michelle and Nicole will be back right after this. Here are your scores for this week.
Heck yeah, I'm ready to party. Let's do this. Oh man, I wish I could. I got homework I gotta do though.
While many Monmouth College students usually spend their Friday evening relaxing, the members of the Monmouth College Chorale, Concert Choir, and the Scotsmen spent last Friday evening, March 18th, performing for their spring concert for family, friends, fellow students, and members of the public. On Friday in the Dahl Chapel, both the Concert Choir and the Chorale performed a number of works ranging from traditional Latin pieces and a piece by Handel to a traditional Shauna piece titled Vamudara and a Scottish folk song. One piece performed by the chorale showcased the talents of sophomore music major Clarissa Gardner.
I treat it just like my voice lessons. I practice it and go over it and make sure that I check it over with Tim to make sure that it's okay.
Short performance by the Scotsmen under the direction of Senior President Dane Finstrata and Junior Vice President Gavin Halpin. The Scotsmen performed 3 pieces in The Still of the Night, Forget You, and of course, The Lion Sleeps Tonight. The Scotsmen will have their own concert on May 1st at 7 p.m. in the Dahl Chapel and Auditorium. The next performance held by the music department will be a guest appearance by the group Nonsemble 6 on Saturday, April 2nd at 7:30 p.m. in the Dahl Chapel. And the next chorale performance will be Saturday, April 30th, 2011 in the Central Congregational Church in Galesburg.
And that's MCTV This Week. I'm Ross Donnan.
And I'm Nicole Olin. Make sure you tune in next week for another edition of MCTV This Week.
And I'm Michelle Nutting. You can also watch us on the web by going to monm.edu/MCTV. We'll see you next week.